Welcome back for another episode of the RADelaide Summit podcast. On this week's episode, we cover our first underage guest, Kid Mcoy, the Keystone launch party, the breakthrough.
The Keystone.
I said the Keystone, didn't I?
Okay.
Did I?
The three of us heard different.
Really? I'm going to listen back to this and think, am I having an aneurysm? Anyway, the Breakthrough Foundation charity ride and more.
How was that?
Oh, it was great. All right, come on for the ride.
If you're new to the podcast and haven't listened to us before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do your efforts up Norton Summit and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not. There's a chance we might shame you, but we promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high, but we'll probably just shame ourselves because we're not as fast as you. Definitely not this week.
No.
Look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So let's introduce ourselves. We are your summiters. Alex.
Hello.
Monsieur Wang.
G'day.
Frankie.
Hola.
Kid Mcoy.
Hi, guys.
And I'm Kashi. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to another RADelaide Summit podcast.
Yes, as always, we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm a little dusty, okay? I went on a ride today.
You're looking very tan too, by the way.
Anyway, Wang, what's happened this week?
Yeah. So
In a
Tuesday, Thursday night crits, just giving back to the Norwood Cycling Club. So Alex was there with me on Tuesday night, joined on the bottom corner. We had a bit of a bottom corner party going on.
Yeah, chuckle watching the Peanuts in A grade.
Yes, yeah. Friday I had a power blackout, so it couldn't work. So I went for a ride. No Wi-Fi, so that was.
He doesn't know what a hotspot
I was pretty
is.
happy with that.
I know. So we get them a screenshot of power outage in the Wang suburb, and then the next 3 seconds later, it's him out on his bike already. It's like, how did you?
It was too quick to actually message Alex before it, and like, what are the odds he's here out for a ride?
No, straight out, yeah.
Straight out. So
Done.
yesterday morning went and met the bunch after chop, and then some coffee and a ride. Last night I had the launch party, which we'll go and talk a little bit later. So some exciting news coming out of the launch party there. So could be a
9 months time.
could be a dad in 9 months time.
Don't be such a turkey.
Had a certain person that's keen to have a baby and needs a sperm donor. So who else but the Wang to help out? So,
Well, I guess you do have one, so.
2, 3, or 2.5. So so watch this space there. Thinking of names at the moment.
Yeah, because you got premium quality, right?
Yeah, 100%.
On that,
Lil
sorry,
Wang.
yeah, thinking of names, have you come up with anything yet?
We could call it
Burnt Wang.
Wang Loaf. Warmed up, so nice little loop that went up freeway. We did actually do a bit of recon for next week's course.
Good work.
Which will be pretty spicy. And then down Norton's, and then did a sort of beach loop around Seacliff, and then back there. Shout out to one little kid, little Liam 13-year-old. His first ever 100K that he did.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Thought we were going to have to dig a hole and bury him on Dawes Road because he just hit the wall, the poor kid.
Did you have to do a little bit of a push?
No, we just...
Alex chucked a caffeine gel down his gob and boom, he was gone.
Wow.
It actually came good.
Yeah, he probably won't sleep tonight. So he'll be pretty hyped.
It was funny that we were rolling up to a government house for the last time, and his dad's like, it's only 97 Ks on his Garmin. So they had to go do a blocky.
Look for your first. You know what?
But every time after that, with
every
the
time
Wang
after that,
OCD,
99.
Yeah, we were sitting at Adelaide Oval, and he's like, "No, it's only going to be 97." And Alex is like, "Around the block you go." So him and his dad went around the block. So
Good work, Lamb.
So pretty big week this week.
Yeah. Frankie.
Well, for those who listened to last week's episode would know that Kodak Moment, we gave him a challenge to try and get an epic calf pic, and he did exactly that
He
on
delivered.
a Tuesday night. For those who saw on the socials, honestly, you could hear my calves from a mile away. He made them look like I was the most elite person I've ever seen in my entire life. I looked at myself and I was like, I would swipe right on that. Just purely my leg.
Just for your leg.
Just for my
Did you
leg.
send her the unedited version?
What?
Which one?
The one that James sent us, where there was no definition, and he's like, "Look what Photoshop does."
Photoshopped it.
No,
No, I
see,
didn't see that.
this is called bullshit.
No, it wasn't impressive
Flat
calf.
as a pancake.
I hate you.
I had to Photoshop a few of my Everest photos.
Oh, really?
It's like this new AI thing on Photoshop, and that worked wonders.
And what can you do with it?
You can they were like, I didn't make myself look like smaller or bigger, but you can like drag super zoomed in, and I'm like, oh, no one needs to see my legs. So
Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
You can use Photoshop.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You might have to teach me.
AI used it.
Oh, AI, right.
AI can do anything.
And then also a fun story today, guys.
Oh, here we go.
So I did not join the breakthrough ride, but I went on my own ride with Yeats McDaddy. And
Think they were
then
podcast
so I keep
fans?
waving
Yeah, do you think
because I
they're
thought they were
fans
just
of the
waving
potty?
at me and being super nice. But then, like, you know, mid-wave back, I have this like vintage fucking truck behind me doing a beep, and I look back and it's like, oh, okay, makes
Beta
sense.
Birdwood.
It's not for me. Yeah, Beta Burwood.
Did
So
you drop into Bunnings at all today to buy anything?
no, why?
Maybe some duct tape or something to keep your dress down
No.
from last night?
No. Hey, it was not my fault it was windy. So yeah, that's what I did this week, and that's all I will say is ride bikes. So, Cashy.
Cashy.
My week. It was good.
I think I've heard this before.
What do we do? Yeah, so mum and stepdad came down for a couple of days. G's birthday today.
How old?
7.
Really? Going on 17.
Yes.
Groundhog Day.
Unique New York.
I'll play it
yeah.
twice.
So I stitched her up. I bought this little nano block Pikachu for her, and then I bought her a bodyboard as well because we've been like hitting the beach a fair bit, and she's just got this pissy little Barbie one. Anyway, so I took the leash off and just put
The leash off G?
no the
Off
leash
the
off the
bodyboard.
off the bodyboard.
Yeah.
So I just wrapped those separately and just gave those to her.
Yeah.
And well, happy birthday.
And she would have lost her mind.
No, she was just like, oh, thanks, Dad. Like,
Oh, she didn't make a fuss.
no, she didn't. She was amazing.
Because she's not a spoiled little brat. That's
Yeah.
why.
That's
And then I'm
adorable.
like, all right, here we go. So like her bodyboard got her like this collector's edition Harry Potter box set.
Wow.
And a bunch of other stuff. And she's like, oh my God. Yeah, so
Oh.
we went out to brekkie and brunch and stuff. And then after lunch, she went to the movies to watch Taylor Swift.
That's in
yeah.
movies at the moment?
Yeah,
Just come out, hasn't it?
supposed to be amazing.
I've got 2 younger sisters, so this is sounding like very, very familiar.
Do they like Taylor Swift?
Yeah, they went last night.
Are they Zwifties?
Big.
Yeah.
They didn't get
Was that
tickets
Zwifty
though.
or Swifties?
Yeah, I tried.
I'm a big Swifty.
Yeah, you are?
Sad Swifties.
And there's the dad just putting his hands up in the corner.
I don't think he was too devastated.
Are you a Taylor Swift fan?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, like
That's
I don't-
yes.
I'm not, I wouldn't. I don't know.
It's okay to say yes.
I don't hate her music.
Yeah.
But like I'm not a crazy person.
That's okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Is she coming to Adelaide? Or
No,
is
no one
Nah.
A few rides.
Actually, yeah, hit like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Climbed 3 times.
You left us early after chop.
Yeah, I needed to. I was
Pushing chamois.
I was pushing Jamie. I was like, you know, when you're trying to find the keys to get in the door, and you're like, oh my God. So run in the door. I had to poop.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Had to cut his ride short.
Yeah,
Wow.
cut my ride short. So
Well, speaking of climbing, I have a question for you.
yes,
So you were going to go to Bali, but I know that's not happening for a
not
little
till
bit.
not till the end of
Does that mean
November.
you're going to be doing the Kermesse?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm hoping to get about a gastro like tomorrow, so I can,
So you
I can
some
lose
weight.
about 8 kegs.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Good work.
I don't know. I was just rolling up there today on the charity ride.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
How was it?
Wang and Raf were doing some hot laps of the course.
Wang dropped
Raf
me.
dropped Wang.
Really? Ooh, that's controversial because I thought this was your like bread and butter.
Your training.
Raf is
Yeah.
second in GC.
And quite good on a unicycle too.
Oh, it was very good. Very good last night.
But yeah, all in all, it's been a really, really good week. Just, good vibes all around. Alex, how was
Hi.
yours? You tanned individual.
10 individual, yeah. I slept for 6 hours total for the week.
How are you alive?
Yeah, exactly.
Just.
I did a couple of echelons on the bike. I did Monday Arvo and I did Wednesday Arvo. Exactly the same session. Died on Monday. Like, couldn't hold 240 watts. And then did the same session Wednesday and
Smashed
destroyed it.
Yeah, classic. Yeah.
Literally. And I went to the gym that day too.
Yeah.
odd.
Nothing makes sense.
I know. Anywho, and then so that Redemption Wednesday night. Watched the racing on Tuesday.
Yep.
Decided in true form to disconnect Wang's DR2.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, but he's
Wait.
on to it now, so I usually pull the
How do
cable
you
out the back.
disconnect it?
Pulls it out
Just
of
pull
the
the cable.
derailleur.
So the
cord.
first one, we're at the lights because I met up with Wang on Tuesday and we did a cute little waterfall gully.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Got a PR actually now after waterfall gully. Yeah. He's just chatting. I'm just like looking at my watch because it's on my
What?
my watch, and I'm just sitting on 400.
Yeah.
It's like,
So yeah, disconnected his rear derailleur, which he knows to look for now. But whilst he did that, I disconnected the junction box as well.
What's the junction box?
Where everything
Up on the
comes
handlebars.
together.
Oh my
So
god, that's so mean.
we're riding home and Wang's like,
We're doing like 40k an hour up Paynham Road, and I'm spinning my ass off. I've got no gears, and I plugged in the rear derailleur, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So, and he didn't tell me till I got home.
no, deliberately.
Oh my god.
We did chop yesterday, Kashi.
oh,
It was
sorry.
very windy.
It was very
Yeah, it
weird.
was like 45 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, it was.
Winds.
Even Garden of Eden said it was a hard job.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sent some data afterwards. It was pretty wild.
It was very spicy.
And then we did the launch party last night. I slept another 2 hours this morning, and then did the charity ride today. So yeah, good fun.
Amazing.
Yeah. Kid Mcoy, what's your week been like?
I think it's been my smallest week on a bike or off a bike for 3 years, I reckon.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
that's understandable,
How many-
which
how
we will
many
go into
hours?
later.
1 hour.
1 hour.
1 hour.
Which pained me. So I slept Sunday. I woke up feeling very fresh on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I ran on Monday.
saw that.
I was very excited. I was supposed to only go for a jog, but I ended up doing a jog and maybe 1 or 2 reps with the group. And then didn't do anything Tuesday. And then I had sports day on Wednesday, which I think put the nail in the coffin. I was going, it was like, I haven't even felt like I've ridden. And then I tried to run at a quick pace off of not much.
No dice.
And yeah, that really hurt.
Oh dear.
And then I had a chocky milk, and 2 hours
I
later,
did see some footage of that.
Recovery
Yeah.
of
You
championship.
should send that to the mum. Do you follow the Div 12 resis?
Yeah.
You should
they're
send that to
funny
those
blokes.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then miraculously came good after sports day and did I'm going to call it threshold running session,
Yeah.
but not much because I was still quite sore.
Yeah.
And then Thursday I did nothing, and then Friday the school has like a mountain bike club, so I got out on the slug enduro bike, and
On the slug. What's a slug?
it's like it's an enduro bike. It's like 16-kilo bike.
Hey, Jesus.
Like suspension that's like
That's like half the weight of you.
So like a truck.
yeah, pretty much. Third. Yeah. So
Where'd you go?
we went out to Craigburn Farm,
Oh, cool.
cut some laps, didn't
Yeah.
see any snakes. There were a lot of down trees.
Yeah.
Didn't die. Legs felt okay.
Yeah.
But it was just that top end speed that was not good.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, so Saturday, I had work at Contour in the morning.
Oh,
Didn't drop
Shout
any,
out to
Shameless
Contour.
plug.
yeah, legend. Didn't drop any coffees, didn't spill anything, didn't annoy any city people or
City
cyclists.
people. That's a bonus. Good
yeah,
work.
and then played cricket in the afternoon up in the hills for Stirling, and the mighty C grade got the victory. It was
Ah,
Good.
good work. Good
victory.
work. Batter, bowler, all rounder.
I came in with a couple of overs to go. I was
Just took out
expecting
the tail end.
expecting to hit sixes, and I hit my second ball straight up in the air and walked
It
off.
was out.
Oh, duck.
Yeah, quite sad.
Golden duck?
No, second ball.
Second
so
ball.
had a- had a look at it. Yeah, so I was
walk of
a
shame.
bit sad off of that, but we got the chockies in the end.
Okay.
That's what you're on.
It's like,
Yeah,
Didn't you win most of your sports day? You won most of your races? I saw.
yeah, I did the 8 and 15 double, which was
Yeah.
good. That was pretty rewarding because I'd not been much of a runner until I started about 8 months ago.
Okay.
That was a bit of a bit of a change.
It's a bit of a natural with anything by the sounds of it.
So,
Yeah, this bloke has got all the things going for him. So, with that, we would like to formally introduce our guest, Kid Mcoy.
Kid Mcoy.
Kid Mcoy.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Stop it.
Stop!
Re-ow.
I'm so sorry.
They make him blush.
That could be your child's name, Rial.
At the very ripe age of only 17 years old, he is
He was
proving
only
himself to be an
17.
absolute animal on the bike. So, for those who know Kid Mcoy personally or listened to the podcast last week with Kodak Moment, they would know that he's just completed the monstrous effort of Everesting Mount Osmond. Is that right? It was Mount Osmond? Yeah, okay, good.
Seaside.
Nice. With a total of 41 laps of Mount Osmond, totaling to an 187-kilometre ride, Kid McCoy spent a grueling total of 12 and a half hours on the bike. And he did it to raise some money for charity.
Good work.
Yep, and has shown us what he's made of. Still only in year 11, I have a feeling we haven't seen the best of this kid yet. So, I have some questions for you, which everyone can butt in whenever they want. But walk us through the lead up to you deciding to do your Everest. Like, why did you decide to do it, and did you train for it?
Yeah, so I'm going to say I've been planning it for, I think, December last year or Christmas.
So that's like half the time you've been alive.
Yeah, pretty much. That was when I really put the foot down. But I guess I've got roots in mountain biking, and a group of my mates, I reckon 2 to 3 years ago, they kind of wanted to do one.
Yeah.
But never got around to it. And I guess this was kind of it. I just was kind of like, really want to do this. But I always kind of saw it as kind of a bit out of reach. Like, it's just insane, bit crazy.
Was it the distance, or is it just the amount of elevation or time?
It's just
that was
a big bike ride.
Yeah.
You know? And I think time, it's just, I was expecting 16 hours plus.
Yeah.
Can
yeah.
get a
Done it in a
journey
rapid
sometimes,
time.
can't it?
Yeah. No, but I did it for Cycle for Sam, which
Yep.
is a charity, great charity, and Challenge 21. So I first started supporting them 3 years ago now, and Challenge 21, so pretty much 21 days in October. Like, the whole idea is you do a challenge to raise money for Cycle for Sam. And the first challenge I did 3 years ago was I went on a 100k bike ride. I think it was my second 100k bike ride ever. And I rode from the hills to Victor.
Wow.
So a relatively, I guess, easier 100k. But that was pretty hard. I did that with Dad. And that was my first challenge. I think I
Nice.
raised
Nice one, Dad.
$500.
So this is not your first rodeo for Cycle for Sam. So is there any reason why you keep wanting to give back to this charity? Is there a personal reason?
Yeah, so the guy that runs it, Marty Michelle Roberts. Mr. Roberts is a teacher at my school. He's my year 7 geography teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just the nicest people.
Shout out to the Roberts.
Yep.
Yeah. His son Sam died of really rare disease when he was 4. So they've raised almost $1 million
Wow.
for the foundation since, I think, 2006. I might have got that wrong.
Is that the same one Rowan works
Yeah,
with?
so Rowan Dennis, he went to the same school as me. So that's the connection.
Yep.
There. And then last year I rode 1,000 Ks in the 21 days
Wow.
with a 221, for Challenge 21
Yep.
ride at the end.
Oh,
And
nice.
I went out
nice
to
one.
McLaren Vale and then did outer harbour loops. It's
Very Wang style, actually.
We're familiar with those outer harbour loops after 200k rides, aren't we, Alex?
Well, I think that was my first time ever riding outer harbour. And
Yeah.
Really?
It's not pleasant.
Last time riding outer harbour.
Mate, if you're going to be riding, that won't be your last time, trust me.
I hate the beach.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and then that led it on to I had to step it up this year. So Everesting was the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I almost overplanned it.
Yeah.
But then went in over prepared but underprepared at the same time.
Yeah.
I think I got to the point where I was like, let's just wing it and go from there.
Well, can you tell us what kind of logistical planning did you undertake, and were you given any advice or anything like that before coming into this?
So I set the date, I think, in March. I sat down with Mr. Roberts in his office and just wrote down a date that was in between Super Series.
Yeah.
I think I chose Osmond because I wanted a lot of people out. I just wanted it to be a really good vibes, really cool day, almost like a party atmosphere. And I was tossing up the 3 climbs that I had on my list was Lofty, Osmond, like Devil's Elbow Freeway, and I also had Pole Road.
Where's that?
Pole Road, Iron Bank.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Bit sketchy through the night though.
Yeah, Upper Sturt Road. There's a little general store in Upper Sturt. Kind of sneaks off the back of that. It's a beautiful road, probably one of my favourite roads in Adelaide.
Goes back over to Iron Bank, doesn't it?
It's about 10%, but I would have had to do 80 odd reps of it. It doesn't feel like 10%.
80 reps. Yeah.
So
That's pretty grim.
and that was also the thing with Lofty and the freeway. It's 80.
What
So,
would
Which
be
part of
lofty
Lofty?
though? Yeah.
It's just
Lofty's like over high 200 Ks. So that's a
So from
What-
the
what-
roundabout.
yeah.
from the roundabout to Mount Lofty House.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
get the flat bit or the dip.
You know what's funny about that is like when interstaters talk about lofty, they actually mean going up the freeway.
Yeah.
And you're like, what
Yeah,
the-
or the other way from the top of Green Hill to there.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
lofty. No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, I think you picked the right one then, by the sounds of it.
And the road surface is pretty good.
Yeah, since they resurfaced
Yeah,
it.
that hot mix.
And a lot of people like tend to, if you think of the 10% climbs in Adelaide, so like not so much your corkscrews, that's a bit shallower. Like your corkscrews, almost your cherry bills. I think Osmond's one of the easier 10% ones. I don't know. That was kind of my thinking.
I would agree. Yeah.
It's an actual average of 10% rather than spikes of 15,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Cherryville
would
and
be
Corkscrew.
filthy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cherryville, that got crossed off the list pretty
And because the dead end too, like you don't want to be descending
There's some
into
interesting
that.
cats down the end of that road.
Yeah. Isn't there a dodgy farmer down the end of that road?
Yeah.
What, is he the one that shoots people?
Yeah.
That's Snowtown, mate. No,
what it is anymore.
Yeah.
Cherryville.
Yeah.
But they're kind of like, well, we have to put Cherryville in the Dirty Dozen anyway.
Ah, okay.
Only when you're going down there with lots of people.
Yeah, when you got backup.
Yeah. Wow.
In terms of training, it was a 6-week block was what I kind of set out. So,
So you only trained for it for 6 weeks beforehand?
yeah, it wasn't a huge block. I thought
but
it
you have general riding anyway, yeah.
yeah, so I had my week normally consists of now in the past like 2023, run Monday, Wednesday, ride in between, maybe a rest day on Tuesday.
Maybe. Keyword.
He's got age on his side.
No training peaks, no Garmin anything. I only just got a Garmin. It's just well, you got to remember why you ride. So you ride for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess training is that fun as well, but not.
It's fun doing 24 hours a week.
And I also think I've done a stack of Everests that after 4,000 metres, physical fitness doesn't actually help.
It's all upstairs.
Yeah,
All mental, 100%.
Yeah. So the first training, first thing that kicked it off was early September. I did the Dirty Dozen. So I did that last year, and I did it this year. But I trained really hard for it last year. I did not train at all for it this year. I thought that was going to be it's all about. I was talking to a few people about it in the last couple of weeks. It's all about perception. So it's
100%.
like, if you're doing an Everest, a half Everest seems really easy. So I did the Dirty Dozen last year. So this year, the Dirty Dozen was going to be easy to me. So I really underestimated it before I went in.
Yeah.
So I was like underfueled, undertrained, etc. And I had a very rough day. Like I was labouring very.
Would
very
you
good.
recommend the Dirty Dozen to young Frankie?
It is an awesome ride.
I
There you
can't
go.
climb.
Yeah.
I actually
you've got
struggle
a
with climbing.
don't you?
Are you? Well, that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, that would be backwards. Yeah, no, it's a ripper loop because they change it each year, and they just take you up like it's Dirty Dozen. So there's 13 official climbs, but I reckon it's more like 40 to 45 climbs.
Jesus.
Because rather than going on the flat routes between the climbs, they take you up all these like tiny little pinches, and that's what killed me. Just
They
going
start to burn you.
It's just effort after effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you fatigue and you get like fatigue in your legs, and that's just where it can fall to shit, right?
Yeah.
Gains.
Yeah.
And then after that, I decided to sort out my bike and spent pretty much the value of it at the bike shop, putting on a brand new drivetrain.
Yeah.
So I now have a 1-to-1 ratio. So I've got 34.
34? No.
Which is not enough.
For Everesting? Yeah, no.
Not enough.
No.
So what bike did you ride for the Everest?
Yeah, so I've got a 2015 Giant TCR.
Yep.
And yeah, I got it off Marketplace a few years ago, originally to put it on the trainer. But yeah, I hate the trainer. So the
Really?
The trainer now lives away in a corner with no bike on it. And that's now a road bike that I use outside.
Nice.
Yeah, rode it on the weekend. So
Yeah, wow. So as Alex mentioned before, that like like having a good mindset is like one of the key things that you need to keep pushing through like and finishing your Everest. So can you actually just walk us through what happened for you over the duration of your Everest, whether that was like your mindset or what was happening, however you want to answer the question?
yeah, well, I drummed it up a little bit. So the goal was to get as many people out as possible on the day, and I think I did 3 reps on my own. So I did 30 to 33 on my own. They were the only reps I did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I had one of my mates start with me. He did 3,000 meters of vert. And then I had Harndorf do, I think, 6 or 7. He was like very, very good because he Everested in February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Osmond as well.
He's a pretty small human too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got tiny legs. Yeah, he was like, he gave me probably the best advice out of anyone because I talked to a lot of people about Everesting.
Yeah.
Some people hated it and were like, "Oh, it sucks." But no, he was really good about pacing and everything. Yeah, so he came out for a bit, and then I had a whole heap of like just people all day. Probably had 30 people roll through
Awesome. Yeah, that's
over
cool.
the continuation of the day, and it was just awesome.
What time did you start?
I started at 5.
Okay.
I started the
AM?
Garmin early, so that's why my lapse time's kind of a bit skewed. I started that at like 10 to
Yeah.
5. And the weather was really funky. It was like borderline between jacket or no jacket,
Yeah, I remember
Jacket on,
that day.
jacket off.
and it was raining.
Yeah.
And it rained for 7 hours.
Oh no.
But like,
Grim.
yeah, just never thought negatively of it. Just
But it wasn't super heavy rain. It was
No,
more that misty shit, wasn't it?
on, off,
Yeah.
and the road was really wet. So yeah, my mate
Perfect.
who came out and did the first bit crashed lap 5.
Oh, no.
Oh, bugger.
He said to me at the top, "Oh, I'm just going to go back to the car, get some food. I'll take off because I suck at descending." So he would like get me.
Yeah.
He took off and just like
Oh
bang,
man.
tarmac, Assos bibs ripped.
$500 boost.
Yeah. Yeah. So he ate the road. He's okay.
Bloody hell.
How far did you go down when you were to what? Where'd you do the turnaround on the bottom?
So where Thurkle Avenue kind of joins on the sunny side, and
Yeah.
I made sure to like go right the way around.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
got the rep each time on my Garmin.
Yeah.
And then right to the top near the light pole where it kind of flattens out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really good. Baker's Dozen came out at the end on an e-bike.
Bless.
Good.
He's a good
and
lad.
then I had a guy called Aaron Nitschke do I think 13 or 14 reps through the
Oh,
middle.
nice.
He's a fellow runner.
Wow.
I was going to say, I know that last name.
He's a gun. Like,
Is he Michael's brother?
No. I don't think there's any relation there. Yeah, he's like, I think he runs a 14:25K, so he's quick. Yeah, he's a machine, so I think he's going to do an Everest soon as well. And I had a heap of other people come out throughout the day. Like that is what really got me through it.
So why did it help you get through it? Is it because people like bought you food, or is it just like having people there supporting you and knowing that you've got a crowd around you helping you through this? Like, what was it about that?
Oh, I think it's just someone to talk to.
Mm,
Like, I like
passes the
talking to
time,
people.
basically.
Like,
Yeah.
and just talking about random stuff all day was just good, and it just made that time tick really quickly. And it probably made me ride a lot quicker having people with fresh legs there,
Yeah.
because I got a negative split it. So my first 3 reps were my slowest rep.
Yeah.
So we went out. The goal was to do 15-minute reps the whole day.
Yep.
Jesus.
But what do you call it? I was looking at all these Everests, and I'm like, everyone that Everests negative splits or like pretty much even splits the whole time. And
Sorry,
I'm
can
like,
someone remind me what negative splits again?
faster in the second half?
Okay. Yeah.
And whenever I run or whenever I ride, I always fade at the end. So I was thinking, I'm just going to go out too fast and just hold on.
Mm-hmm.
But that changed big time. So my first 3 reps on my slowest, we went like 17, 16, 15. And then just after halfway, so when Aaron kind of joined up, we started like cranking it. And we got to like, most of them were low 14s, mid 13s, and we dropped a few high 12s as well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Do you have power meter?
No, that would be worth more than that bike. No, so that was the thing. I was going to run heart rate, but the night before I was like, nah, just disconnected it. Looked at nothing. Didn't even have my laps. So I was looking at my laps on Strava that night.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know what I was doing.
So you just
So what
had
did you
like
have on your Garmin?
vert, yeah.
I had vert, distance, time.
Okay.
I set it
Yeah.
at 3 things. I didn't want to see anything.
Wow.
Probably a good move. Alex is grinning, so he must agree with that.
I just put laps, nothing else. Not even time of day.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that was a good call because I think your body is your best indicator because all those other things vary.
100%.
It might have even played into your motivation a little bit negatively, especially when you start hitting the wall. Did you hit the wall at all?
Yes.
When did you hit the wall?
Lap 3.
I love this.
So yeah, as soon as Harndorf came out, I didn't want to. He was always asking me how I felt, and I lied. I said I was feeling good, but my legs felt really heavy.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time I properly tapered into something.
Yep.
And yeah, I was just feeling, when your legs feel heavy just for the whole ride.
Yeah, it was Sunday. Yeah, it was good.
It kind of never tipped into the red zone, but it kind of just felt like that the whole time.
Yeah.
And then laps 15 to 25 with Aaron were he saw the worst of me. That was just absolutely terrible. But
What was happening for you in your mind?
we were just talking. I think he played the Rocky theme song on repeat for a rep.
That's gold.
Is that?
Yeah, it was good. I think we were just going up the hairpin like crazy people. Yeah, but I was kind of just before going into it, I was like, I think I'll do it, but at what cost? I thought it could be a 16, 20-hour day because I thought it was going to get really ugly. But I guess I was just eating all day, and if I was to do it again, that would be the biggest thing I'd change. Because when I go out and ride, I don't eat anything really.
Yeah, well, on that, so nutrition and your fueling plays some.
What did you feel?
I planned my nutrition really well. So my grandma made me a fruitcake.
Delicious.
That was the MVP. I had some Vegemite sandwiches. I had a packet of Smith's chips. This was all the things set up that I was going to eat.
Yep.
My sister made me some donuts.
Shout out to sis.
Through Contour, Velo for Oz, big shout out to them.
Yeah.
They hooked me up with the most amount of gels and bars and
good stuff
chews that I've ever seen. And they were what got me through because this is what Harndorf said. I ate before I was hungry. I drank before I was thirsty.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of gels really early.
That would have sat nicely.
Yeah. So this is the story. So stupid me didn't prepare for any of this. So my stomach started feeling really suspect
Oh, okay.
really early on.
Oh,
So
no.
it was kind of a case of rather than eating to schedule, it was whenever my stomach felt okay, I was going to eat as much as I could, to a degree. And then I went through periods where I just could not eat at all.
Yeah.
And was just smashing gels.
Yeah.
And
What did you
then
do for the toilet? You just
I didn't need. I reckon I counted 10 number ones, and it was clear each time.
That's a good sign.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I drank a lot of water, and then about halfway, just before I turned to Coke, so I had I think
The
three
Black
liters,
Doctor.
3 litres of
three
Coke.
liters of Coke.
Wow.
Man, close to my heart.
That was
Had that before 9 o'clock.
that was so good. So I got my bike back from the bike shop this week, partially to stop me from riding it. And there was Coke stains
Coke everywhere.
right down
Love that.
near the
That's
bottom
so
bracket.
good.
well, I was told you actually totaled 8,800 calories that you ate throughout the entire day, which is insane. Considering that it's what?
Matches his vert.
Yeah, well, so you need
that's what
1,300 calories for an average person to exist, and then you just triple.
But you would have been smashing through on a rough, what is it? Generally, as an endurance, high tempo endurance ride, you're smashing through about 1,000 calories an hour.
That's the goal. I did not eat that.
No, and you never do.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Did you have breakfast on the morning of?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't eat breakfast. But
they're silly.
I'm big on breakfast. I think that's probably my best meal of the day.
Same.
I had 2 pieces of raisin toast and a bowl of cereal, which is the go-to.
Yep.
At 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's hard to eat at that time of morning.
Did
unless it's at
you
Euros.
Did you sleep much? Being
No.
excited? No.
I did not sleep.
No, like
At all.
me.
I glanced over, and it was 1:30.
and you were like, fuck.
I was just sitting there wide awake.
It's always the way, right? Yeah.
I just get super excited before stuff like that.
Excited or nervous? Or you
So
just can't tell the
excited. I
difference?
just want to get going.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Yeah.
And then when I got, it was kind of, the weather was actually temperature was good. The rain was a little
wet.
annoying, but who cares?
Anything that you would have done differently now that you've done it?
Yeah, definitely the nutrition side of things.
So what would you be eating instead of grandma's cake?
No, I think the food, like what I ate on the day, was like perfect. That's what I would have had.
Yeah.
I just would have trained with it.
Trained your body a bit more.
Yeah.
Because you can't just smash your
You
body
can't
with
just smash gels.
80 grams of carbs
You will
without
shit
training
yourself.
your stomach.
Because I found that out. I did the dirty weekend on the mountain bike at Fox Creek.
Yeah.
24-hour race. I did the 12-hour version of that.
Yeah.
And I found that out as well. Same thing.
Yeah.
With nutrition. Just
Yeah.
the body feels pretty crap.
I know that it's probably not a question on here, or I might not be looking, but post Everest, what'd you eat?
I couldn't eat.
Okay.
That was the thing. So that night I got home, you'd expect a huge meal. I think I pecked at some hot chips from the chicken shop.
Pecked.
Delicious.
So, and I just want hot chips. But you just said like you couldn't eat. I was wondering, did you have any cravings or anything after?
Yeah, it was nothing really. And then I reckon it was only really Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe a hug.
Monday.
No, you don't even want that after those things.
Monday, everything came back. Before running, I went to Woolies and they had donuts.
Good work.
Yeah.
So on sale for $3. Like, that was a steal. So I bought a pack of that and smashed 5 before running.
Delicious.
And a chalky milk.
So I'd be very interested if you did this again because I can't eat ride food on these rides. I'll
You have to,
very
like,
rarely
fake
have
them.
gels or bars whilst I'm doing stuff like that. I go to the stuff I know my stomach's comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then when I've done really big stuff, because I know my guts will get upset, I actually get baby food sachets.
Yeah.
They're good.
What?
Because
Yeah.
it sits
Have you never done that?
perfectly in your stomach.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my god! Does it taste okay?
Tastes amazing.
Anything tastes good.
That like apple custard and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
No, but I think it wasn't necessarily the gels that killed. They saved me. I smashed 2 of the SIS, like assist beta fuel ones.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
And
With the caffeine.
200 gram ones?
I had
200 gram of caffeine?
emergency Red Bulls. I've had one energy drink. I had one Red Bull. I'd never had pretty much never had an energy drink before.
Wow.
And oh my god,
A little bit like poor Liam today on the bike.
I think my eyes like doubled inside. I was like,
Yeah.
so I had 2 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the beta fuel gels.
Oh,
So the
And-
beta fuel, were they with the caffeine or with just normal?
No,
I was going to say, how did you sleep
Yeah, like
after?
duck.
No good?
Oh, my back was cooked.
Yeah.
But I probably didn't get to bed until like 10:30, 11. I just sat there,
Yeah.
just, like almost crying.
Yeah.
Best sleep of your life, though, surely.
I think I slept till I think
Nah.
midday the next day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, luckily I
Well,
didn't have to work.
yeah.
Ah, yes. Wang.
One question we don't have on here.
Yes, go on. I know.
Zinger burger, good or bad?
I've never had a zinger burger.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's good.
All right. Well, to finish it off, can you tell us how much you raised for charity?
So as we speak now, I think I'm just ticked over $1,500.
Amazing.
Well done.
Nice.
Unreal. Because I don't know, I wasn't expecting it at all. Because I think I had my original target as like $400 or $500. And then just people started donating.
Awesome.
Even people that just everyone.
Johnny Longlegs. Yeah.
It's just so whole. No, I think summer's going to be really good this year. Spend a bit of time on the mountain bike.
Yeah.
TDU is going to be so good. I'm really looking forward to that. Just been around the
Always
shop.
good.
Fair bit.
Yeah, you'll be busy.
Yeah, the shop will be wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep that quiet.
Yeah. I am aware I've said a couple of things, so it'll be good. Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
Well, thank you very much.
That's awesome. Kudos to you, mate.
Yeah, kudos. Well
Solid.
done. And thank you for coming on as well. So we just got some notable mentions and news from the summit. So apparently,
Just
all
some.
of them. So apparently White Lycra has donated 12 coffees to the podcast. So thank you so much. And also, this person said some really nice things, which were...
Paragraph about this long.
Yeah, a very long
haiku.
paragraph.
Yeah.
Made us feel very warm and fuzzy,
Warm and fuzzy.
especially me. I need all the warm fuzzies I can get. The charity
Should've wore
ride
pants
today.
last
You
night.
should have come on the charity ride. There's warm and fuzzies today on the charity ride. I helped a little Asian lady called Molly up the freeway.
She was lovely.
Oh, really?
She was a school teacher.
She was a
Her
school
and
teacher.
Callum hit it off.
Yep.
Oh, bless.
Oh, good work.
Pansier Dick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Hey, whoa.
That's his pod name.
Yeah.
Anyway,
DIK.
so the charity ride, we apparently raised $1,401, which
Who
was
were the
amazing.
number one team
Yeah.
for raising
Yep.
funds.
Good work.
And also something that's not on this run sheet here, but apparently we have had something that happened on the summit where a friend of the podcast, who I've been told not to reveal his name, he was descending and was hit by a kangaroo and fell off his bike back first. So he flipped over the front of his handlebars and fell off the bike. So he's fine, but I think he just said, put a warning out there to just be wary of kangaroos. He was being
Was
slow.
this during the week?
Yes.
That's happened countless
I
times.
think they do.
Deer to killer kings
Yeah,
Day.
not ideal.
And then the last notable mention is the launch party. So do we have anything we
going
want to
off,
say about
wasn't
that?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you to all our sponsors and
Yes.
everyone who rolled in.
Yeah, great Lawrence and Lawrence and Hanson.
Lawrence and Hanson. It was a sensational evening. Late one.
For some.
For some, yes. But yeah, no, again, thanks. We had most of the sponsors of the Keystone team roll up.
Had about
Yeah.
what,
Had a
80,
good time.
80 people roll through,
Yeah.
approximately.
Taylor was flowing.
Good vibes.
Gin was flowing.
Both Keystone
was
and non-Keystone
Yeah,
people.
lots of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming.
Yep.
And just as Kashi said earlier, it's G's birthday today.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday,
Birthday to
G.
G.
Yeah, she's a cutie. Love that.
Very much so.
That's very good. So I reckon it's about that time.
It is.
Let's jump into it, shall we? So the main reason why we exist. So let's see who's been spinning up the summit this week, and check out the times for the folks who've been giving us a show. So it might be the fast guys, it might be the slower ones, but it may be everyone in between. But like we said, we'll dive into their rides and data a little bit more robustly, and we'll see who and what has been catching or courting.
Courted.
Yes, he courted Frankie's eyes on the
Alex is
leaderboards,
courting.
and some hand picks, hopefully, for some fun analysis
Yeah, we're
this
hand
week.
I have one.
Kid Mcoy. You want to go up?
McRoy.
McRoy?
McCoy.
Yeah. So by the looks of it, everyone's got their Super Series climbing legs on this week.
Good wins this week
about
though, for
anyone.
Nortons, we must
Yeah, there
mention.
were some very fast ones.
very
Thursday,
rapid
Wednesday,
westerlies.
Thursday, they were quick. So the top man was Connor Leahy with a average speed of 26.3 kilometers per hour, a surprisingly low heart rate, and it was a 12:31.
Oof, that's a PB.
So
PB.
this person has made a PB and changed their name to
To the
To the
actual
actual
name.
actual name.
First
Yes.
time on the pod we've had a name to the name change.
Yep.
Yes.
And yeah, that's his ride length.
Oh, yeah,
59 kilometres.
That's the time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Okay,
time.
cool.
Yeah.
So he's taken almost a minute off his PB.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I reckon secret training.
Yeah.
Private rides in there.
No power as well.
Nothing. Hidden.
No, it would have been
Would have been spicy.
probably approx about 470-ish. Approx.
Maybe 500.
So
Maybe 550.
Just
My
based on his weight.
And then
Yep.
we have for the fastest women up there, we had Savage Sweet Potato with a time of 17:21, which was not a PB, but still
Take that, savage.
still very fast. Low heart rate, high speed. Congratulations.
Good work.
Nice work. Men.
Alex, you got the men's bracket.
Have I really?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Says here on the run sheet.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Look
What
at me
bracket you
go.
got?
Yeah, you can have the iPad
No,
back.
I've got them just here. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I have the 20-minute bracket this week.
You do.
Starting with, do you remember this bloke Rocket Tampon?
I do. I like it. Third episode.
He's rolled up
He
a-
did the Everest up Norns.
Yeah, 2025 as
That's
part of a 49k day, 267 watts, only 132 beats per minute, barely working. Second place, Norbert Waddleberry.
What is that name?
Is that a
I
shop?
made it like almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
2026 with a 59k day, 247 watts of power.
Jeez, look how rapid his PB is.
I know,
What's old
12:30.
Bottle bears?
12:30.
Holy shit.
Third place this week with a 2030, which is actually a PB. New to the pod is Dick Dork.
Woo!
Frankie.
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping
you
that
think I
isn't a
should've
place
thought
on
better.
Parental Road.
No, it's not.
Fourth place, 2031, 70k day. Chris Marvin.
Yep. Look at, look at his actual name.
Yeah, look at that.
See, I tried to incorporate some parallel universes here.
Yeah,
And lastly, rounding us out, 2032, 74k day, Gibson Tyres.
Yes.
That is a place on Cape Panem Road, isn't
Well,
it?
I don't actually go up and down Panem Road anymore
Just down the bottom.
because it's on the opposite side of town to where I live.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Port Road now, everybody.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually,
Land of
yes,
promise.
no.
Shut that down. I like that Dad knows what that is.
I actually don't know.
Alrighty, so
Women.
women's bracket. What bracket we got here? 21 minute. So coming in with a time of 20. Is this a PB? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So 21:12 for this lady. 164 beats per minute on a ride length of 20 kilometres.
All targeted.
Yeah,
Haven't said that in a while.
most definitely. Yeah, time of 21:12. We have Fleabag.
I watched a TV series and it was called Fleabag, and that's why.
Okay.
My brain's not there to start making up new names right now.
Okay.
We're aware. Next, we have with a time of 21:41 on a 49-kilometre ride, a little bit shy of her PB, which is 19:28. 164 beats per minute. The Legend of Zorro.
Still working.
Still working, very much so. Then we have on a 65-kilometre ride, time of 21:45, 177 watts and 164 beats per minute. Blueberry Muffin Top. Then next, 96-kilometre ride with a 22:20, 177 watts, so exactly like the previous person, 161 beats. We have Rowan Atkinson.
That was a play on her.
Good old
last
Mr.
night,
Bean.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yep.
And the next one's also a play on their name.
Yeah.
We've got a time of 22:32 on an 81-kilometre ride, 17% off their PB. We have Legs of Steel.
I was actually quite proud of that.
That's
not bad.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's my finest work, really. Cool. All right, the hand pick. So this was actually over the month of October, and I just want to give a shout out to this person because they beat their PB twice.
Oh.
So Bonk de Blanc originally had a 16:09, which was set on the 20th of September in 2021. He then beat that on the 29th of August of this year at 16:01, and then beat it again on the 14th of October of this month with a 15:34.
Wow.
Which is amazing.
That's
so
awesome.
very good work to Bonk.
15 minutes ain't no easy feat.
Yeah.
Every bloke comes in at work. as
Yeah,
well.
he's very
Blanc,
nice,
eh?
very good friend of the podcast, always giving us good
Doesn't like
feedback.
Kirsten, does he?
So
Yep.
thank you.
No.
Before we move on, Kid McCoy, what's your PB up, Norton?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm a disliker of Norton.
What? Get off the
You should have told
podcast.
us just before the podcast.
No, I can't remember the last. I think it's mid-15s.
Okay, that's right.
I reckon you got a bit in you.
And well, Baker's Dozen and a few others. We've been talking about going for a heist up Norton.
Yeah.
Hi, what
maybe-
does that mean?
A fully get a good wind.
A fully.
Get Wang a good cyclist. To,
Do you like how I just didn't say you two?
Wang, you're a good cyclist.
anyone. We need it. I get a big punch up there that's not supers.
See, we did
Not
ask this
supers,
question.
you know.
We did ask this question to Wang last week about how he thinks it's better to do it on your own rather than doing it.
It is
by-
for, it is
okay.
for me.
you.
We discussed that at work today with Baker's Dozen and a few other people.
Yep.
About what you said last week.
I'm glad everyone's listening.
We reckon it's we reckon it's true for the really fast guys because
Yes,
you can
correct.
keep the consistent power.
Yep.
But for the fast but not super fast, so I'm gonna say
Johnny Longlegs and everyone. Yeah.
almost
yeah.
13:30 to 17
Yep.
minute bracket.
I agree with you
I
100%
think you
there.
want to sit
Yep.
because you just get so
So it's like a bit of a carrot as well.
yeah. I think
You like
that's
a
one of the
carrot.
reasons why
I love a carrot.
yeah Norton just the times vary so different. Like if I cruise up there, it's 20 minutes,
Hmm.
25 minutes.
All right. Well, this is a call out to Baker's Dozen. Please get in contact with the podcast.
Why not
We're
do it on the shop ride on a Saturday?
Yeah,
That goes up
organise
over Norton, doesn't it?
heist
yeah,
up
that's his
Norton.
rest day. He takes the B group.
Ah, okay.
Well, he
He's a
needs to
community
make
man.
a special exception.
he needs to make an exception
Yeah,
on
he
that
needs
He's
day.
to
going to get
twice.
the. There's. I was talking to him the other day. The new attacker range.
Yes,
shout out
that's coming.
because they're great.
Yes.
They have flames on the bibs, and he was losing his shit.
Stop.
Yeah,
That's the
it's not my
lamest shit I've
vibe,
ever
but
seen.
yeah, no, he was frothing.
That's literally like putting flames on the side of your car.
A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Do you know fashion these days?
No,
Have you
look
seen
at
the
me.
amount of people that wear flames?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty hectic.
Oh, Jesus.
Fully sick.
What's coming up, Cashy?
I think there's a fair bit.
There's a lot coming up.
Yes.
There is.
One moment, please.
Turn the page.
All right. What have we got? First up, we've got on the 28th of October, we've got Adelaide Mountain Bike Club with their cross-country or XCO at Willowy. Where's Willowy?
Just outside of Melrose.
So that's
cool.
they do a double header. I was going to go to that, but decided I'm a bit cooked.
I was told recently that they've got a new 40-kilometre bike
Yeah, they
thing
do.
up
Yeah,
there that's
yeah,
been done
that's
recently.
amazing.
Yeah, I know a little bit about that. So they're doing a double header. I think same weekend as Super Series this week.
It's a bit silly, just quietly.
Yeah, no, I think
Pretty standard.
I think it is a bit silly.
Yes.
But yeah, no, a lot of very hard work has been done by a
Trailscapes?
few people. Yeah, in Adelaide Mountain Bike Club as well to get these races up. They do a lot of work.
Yeah, they're good lads.
And yeah, so the double headers this weekend at Willowy. So I think there's an XCO and maybe an XCM or
Oof.
2 XCOs. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
And
Cool.
then, Trailscapes have done, I think it's called the Epic Trail.
yeah.
And it goes right the way up or around Mount Remarkable. And that's
Yep.
been going for ages.
Yeah,
the
cool.
build.
Sick.
Epic. Cool.
Yeah.
Lovely. So what else have we got? We've got Oz Cycling Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's 24th, 25th at the Superdrome. So that's the sprint and para. Thanks, Frankie.
Advanced junior training.
Sorry?
And advanced junior training.
is that what that
Yes,
is?
apologies.
No, that's all right. I was like, AD.
Bit of a-
Angry Dad? Okay.
He's funny.
We've got also on the 29th of October.
Oh,
got
is that
The
Sunday?
race of the nation.
That is the race of the
The race
nation.
that'll stop the nation.
Yes, we have, not the Melbourne Cup, we have the round 6 of the Super Series Freeway
And
Commerce.
you're going to be joining us now.
Yeah, oh man, I'm going to die 1,000 deaths. But I'll be a year older, so it's fine. Maybe,
yeah.
maybe being the old 4-0 will be
Could be the secret.
Yeah, it could be the secret.
Well, Raf, when we did the recon today with Raf, he said he had gin legs today. And
Gin legs.
They helped him.
Did they?
So maybe get on the gin
Maybe get on
next
the
Saturday night.
Quattrocello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some of that
okay.
Quattro again.
Yeah,
what
okay.
now?
I reckon that race, the Freeway Kermes, has caused more nightmares than any Halloween movie. The amount of people that have been talking about that for so long now, that is
It's not going to be that hard.
Nah.
Well, for you, it's not.
that has
I've-
caused grown
It'll
men
be
to
easier
cry.
than Gawler.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. So in lead up on this Tuesday coming up on the 24th of October, we've got the Norwood Crits.
Yep.
Are you going to be donating your?
Yep. I'll be volunteering. I'll be volunteering my time. So come down to the
Marshall
northern,
Batters.
Marshall Matters.
northern corner for a wang party.
I'll be there.
Beautiful.
And then Thursday also. Again, we've got the women's and junior crits there
Special
on the Thursday.
day that day as well.
Oh, it's a
The
bloody,
26th
it's a
of
bloody
October.
great day, isn't it?
Only legends are born on that day.
Why is
Listeners
it?
at home,
Yeah.
the 26th is a special day because not one but 2 legends of the podcast are born
I swear,
on
if
the
you're going to
26th
say
of
it's both
October.
of you, I'm going to
It is.
Oh, it
We're both
is.
the same day.
So happy birthday for
Happy birthday
the 26th, Wayne.
Cash me outside.
Yeah, I love it.
You know how we met Cashy's
Volunteering
mum
his
last
time.
night?
Yeah.
They're twins.
I really don't believe a word you're saying.
Also on Thursday, again, clubs, talk to each other, please. 26th of October, motor pacing at Hanson Road with PACC. That is road
Hanson
and we track or road bike there, whatever tickles your fancy on the reserve. So South Coast Cycling as well on the 23rd, 25th, 27th. So junior
All
training,
happening.
training and rag gin, which is
Gin.
usually for a typo. It's racing at Edwardstown Velodrome. Alex,
Yes.
how you going?
Good, thank you.
What a jam-packed week, actually.
It has lots has happened. Lots
Yeah.
has happened. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all creatures in between, if you've enjoyed yourselves, why don't you give us a follow through your favourite podcast app or access all our episodes through YouTube as well. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with everyone.
And we are also all over the socials where we'll give you updates, info, and let you know when new episodes are out, along with all podcast information. Now, if you want to support us, you want to support the podcast, head to our Buy Me a Coffee page. And if you donate, we'll give you a shout out on the podcast next week.
Do you know what? It'd be good if we could get
Shout
some.
out to White Lycra.
Yeah, it'd be good if we can get some more stands. That'd be great.
2 more stands?
2 more stands.
Yeah.
Well, 3. Up to the guess.
3. My arm's getting tired.
Really? Really? We're going there?
What?
Yeah.
My hands? Where am I putting my hands?
It's good for you.
Why is... Oh, yeah. We would love your feedback and to know your thoughts. So hit us up and let's have a chat through our Instagram or Facebook page. Or shoot through something to our email, radelaidesummer@gmail.com. And with that, insert comedic outro.
I have a joke. This is courtesy of our birthday girl today.
Oh, really?
Because she loves Titanic.
Oh, God.
she was rattling off some hilarious jokes at brunch today. So she's got this one. There was a couple, but this is probably the funniest. So what do the movies Titanic and The Sixth Sense have in common?
I don't know.
I see dead people.
Oh, my God.
Thank you. Queen G.
See you on the summit next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.